Hey, what's going on, everybody? So, it's a slow time of year. I'm trying to fill the schedule with a little bit of content here and there. I am currently doing research for the upcoming Madden 26 draft classes on my website, and I wanted to make a little video talking about the 2026 quarterback group. I went ahead and reinstalled College Football 26 to get some footage here. I don't want to use copyrighted footage and get dinged for that. Plus, this is a video game YouTube channel, so I'll capture footage here and there to try to make this video a little more visually appealing. So back to the point of this video. Some years we have quarterbacks like Caleb Williams, Trevor Lawrence, Andrew Luck, who are pretty much the top prospects throughout the entire draft process. Some year we have guys like Cam Ward, Jaden Daniels, or Joe Burrow, who transfer once or twice and really hit it off during their senior year and shoot all the way up into the first round, top 5. And some years, like right now, we have 6 or 7 guys who could be considered the first quarterback taken. It's really early in the process. A lot of things will change, but there is just a big group of guys who you can make a serious argument for, and that's what I'm going to do in this video here. So I broke it down into a few different groups, and let's talk about it together. I'm recording this video in May of 2025, so a full year before the draft. Right now, very early, I see 3 seniors that look like potential first-round picks. First, we have Cade Klubnik from Clemson. He took over for DJ when he was a true freshman, really struggled. As a sophomore, Clemson just didn't have a lot of talent on the offense, but he held his own, really put it together in 2024. 3,639 yards, 36 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. The Tigers' offense finally looked like it was rounding back into form after really struggling for a couple of years. So he's going into his senior year. Clemson looks like the surefire best team in the ACC. Next, we have Drew Aller from Penn State. During his first couple years, he was really a game manager. His sophomore year, he only threw 2 interceptions, but really made a lot of safe throws. Completion percentage wasn't that great. As a junior, they finally let him open up the playbook a little bit. The interceptions went up, but so did the completion percentage. So he took more chances. He had more faith in his throws, and I think as a senior, he's going to have a really good season. Penn State's dynamic running back duo came back, so I like Aller. But he's probably the one senior, I think, if he doesn't show that he can handle that added responsibility, could be that one guy to fall into the middle rounds a year from now. And lastly, we have our only 5-year senior on the list, Garrett Nussmeier, LSU. Sat for 3 years, finally got his turn in 2024, had a pretty good season. He's not the biggest or the strongest, doesn't have the strongest arm, so he's going to need to show that his accuracy is on point. He comes from a football family. His dad played quarterback in the NFL for a while. I think this guy has a make-or-break season. He could easily be the number 1 overall pick. LSU really churns those guys out with their offense. Or if he doesn't show that he has what it takes, I see him falling maybe to day 3. His range is extremely wide right now. So even though seniors have a lot of tape on them, you still never know. There was points last year where Carson Beck was considered a potential first overall pick, and he ended up staying in school and transferring because he fell off pretty hard. And that could happen to any of these guys. I probably had Drew Aller on my radar the longest. I think I had him as my top quarterback in Madden 25's 2026 draft class. And I had Cade Klubnik as more of a mid-round guy, but he had a really good junior season. So Garrett Nussmeier sat for 3 years. Who knows how he's going to perform with all eyes on him. LSU always has a pretty loaded offense. Drew Aller will need to prove that he can be more than a game manager and he can really put a team on his back. He's got the size and the arm strength, but you want to draft more than a game manager if you're spending the first overall pick. I like Klubnik, but he doesn't have the biggest size either, and his arm isn't a cannon, so he's going to need to show that he can be accurate. You really want a complete package if you're spending the first overall pick on a guy. I don't think any of these players have everything that you're looking for, but any of them could be the first overall pick if they really have a Heisman-worthy senior season. Or they could fall to day 3 with a less than spectacular senior season. Clemson, Penn State, LSU, they're all fully expected to be in the college football playoff this year, and it'll be on these guys to help lead them there. Who do you think is the best out of these 3? Right now, I'd probably rank Klubnik 1, Aller 2, Nussmeier 3. I had them all in the top 10 on my first mock draft, but like I said, they're all jumbled together pretty similarly at this point. I'm always a bit nervous to throw redshirt sophomores into my mocks and into my draft classes. There have been a few that have declared throughout the years. Anthony Richardson, Trey Lance, Sam Darnold all come to mind. Now, Lance and Richardson probably needed another year or may not even be NFL quality quarterbacks at all. But I like to see more footage and tape from these guys before I throw them into my mock drafts. I didn't include any of the big three here into my mocks, but I will add one, and I will talk about him in a minute. Arch Manning. I talked a lot about him in my videos last year about why I had him in the 2027 draft class, and I'm sticking with that this year. He's going to be in 27. He's not going to be in 26, at least initially. Now, if he ends up throwing for 400 yards a game and wins the Heisman and leads Texas to a national championship, then yeah, I think he will declare. But for right now, he's not hurting money-wise. He probably has a big fat NIL deal. He sat for 2 years at Texas, a super rare thing in today's college football landscape. And I think he's going to be the next real college football superstar. He's going to want to milk that for 2 years. There's really no reason for him to rush things. He's wealthy. He's ready to play college, and I think he's going to enjoy that for 2 seasons. Now, we'll see how the season progresses, and my mind could be changed, but for right now, he is in 2027 for those following reasons. Out of the 3 quarterbacks listed in this group, I'm only going to include perhaps one in the 2026 draft class, and right now I'm leading towards Lenore Sellers of South Carolina. He didn't play as a true freshman, but had a very good redshirt freshman season. Threw for 18 touchdowns, only 7 interceptions, good completion percentage, a big, strong guy, fantastic, tough runner, has drawn a lot of Donovan McNabb or Jalen Hurts comparisons. Plays in the SEC, obviously the best competition in college football, so he's going to be definitely battle-tested, 2 full years of starting experience. I hope he has a great year. I think he can definitely be a dark horse top 5 draft pick candidate. The third redshirt sophomore we have is Sam Leavitt from Arizona State. Sun Devils may be the best team in the Big 12, and this guy is a real gunslinger. Had 24 touchdowns against 6 interceptions as a true freshman. 6'2", 200 pounds, really raw, but I mean, as far as a drop back pocket quarterback, he can make all the throws. He just needs a lot more experience. I have trouble with redshirt sophomores who aren't just athletic freaks like Anthony Richardson, but Leavitt could have a really good season and kind of force the issue. We'll see how it goes. So like I've already mentioned, I'm not including any redshirt sophomores in my mock drafts until they give me a reason to, but mock drafts are different than draft classes. So compiling these draft classes, 2026, I'm leaning towards adding Sellers and not the other 2. But what do you guys think? Give me a compelling argument why I should do something different, if I should put more than one guy in there or none at all. The beauty of doing 4 draft classes is I don't have to shove everybody into the most recent class like a lot of these other draft class creators do. I don't have to throw all 8, 9 quarterbacks into 2026. I could leave a few for future years so we get a more developed prospect with a higher rating other than just a bunch of projects. But again, let me know what you guys think. So this is the rare year where there just really is not a top-notch junior quarterback out there. The 2023 recruit group of quarterbacks, you had Arch Manning on top, Nico Iamaleava. But after that, Dante Moore, Jackson Arnold, Malachi Nelson, Jaden Rashada, Aiden Childs, all of those guys are already on their second or maybe even third school. Some have fallen off pretty hard. It's just a really tough group. Iamaleava, I think he has first-round talent. He's probably the one guy I'm going to include in 26. But, of course, that whole NIL thing and the reason he's on UCLA now, that's going to weigh heavily on people's minds. Scouts are looking for reasons to not draft quarterbacks, and that's going to be a big one. He was simply okay during his first 2 years at Tennessee, but judging by his decision-making, I think he's going to declare. I mean, it's all speculation, of course. I have no idea what anybody's going to do, but I am going to add him to my 26 draft class most likely, but he will not be a first-round pick right now. Even though I do not have him in the 2026 class right now, I have to add John Mateer to this list, the Washington State quarterback who transferred to Oklahoma. Had a very good redshirt sophomore season. Washington State, of course, they are still technically in what is the wasteland formerly known as the Pac-12, but they played a lot of Mountain West teams, so we'll see how his stats and his ability translates to Oklahoma and the very tough SEC. Definitely a guy who could work his way into the first couple of days of the draft. So lastly, we have some day 2 or day 3 senior sleepers who could rise depending on how their season goes. Cam Ward, Jaden Daniels, those were day 2 or 3 types going into their senior year, and they shot up into the top 10. It's hard to pick any of these guys to make a first round leap right now, but you never really know. I mean, Tyler Shough was just drafted in the second round against all reason and logic, so who knows? We got Taylon Green, who is going into his 4th year as a starter. Plays at Arkansas, big guy, 6'6", 230, a strong arm, can run the ball really well. Still raw as a passer, but somebody who could definitely be drafted in the second round based on his upside and his all-around game. Next, we have Miller Moss, the next quarterback that Louisville coach Jeff Brom will try to turn into a draft pick after having success with Shough. He took over for Caleb Williams at USC last year, did okay. 18 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. A former high recruit, a nice pocket passer. I don't know if he's a day 2 pick. I would say late day 3 right now, but another guy with the potential to move up. Early on during the 2024 college football season, Carson Beck looked like he could have been the first quarterback taken. His senior season really didn't go all that well. He struggled a lot against some top competition, putting into question if he has the decision-making to be a starting quarterback. He definitely has the arm and the talent, but he's going to have to put a lot together. I think he's more of a 3rd to 5th round guy with the potential to be a solid backup. He's going down to Miami to finish out his 5th season in college. That worked for Cam Ward. We'll see if it works for Beck as well. So that's 12 or so quarterbacks that I have my eye on going into the 2025 season as I'm getting my draft class list together. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. There's going to be 23 or 24 quarterback spots per year in Madden's draft classes. So there's a lot of guys left to add. Obviously, everybody I'm listed here, I'm not going to have in the 2026 class. That's too many quarterbacks. We only see a few taken in the first round every year, despite what mocks tell you before the season starts. They have 6 to 8 guys in the first round, and that's just not going to happen. But we'll see how it goes. This is what I'm talking about right now, but I would love to hear your guys' opinions in the comments below. I'll try to respond to everything I can. Let's get some discussion going. Like I always say, I'm not an expert. I'm not a scout. I'm just a fan like the rest of you guys. I have access to the same information you do. I just try to do my best to get good, realistic draft classes going. So that's all I got this time. If you like this kind of content, doing something a little different besides just showing you ratings and things like that, please like this video. Please subscribe. You know all the things that YouTubers tell you to do. It'll help me out a lot. It's just me. It's a one-man operation here, and I like to keep bringing this kind of stuff to you. So thank you for the support. And there'll be more NFL draft talk during the summer. The cycle never rests for me. As soon as I'm done updating one year, I move on to the next and start compiling lists and doing research and things like that. So I'll keep sharing that with you guys. Check out my website, Sports Gaming Rosters, for a lot more information about draft classes, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much.